Hello folks, we're on the road for camping and adventure. We're going halfway to the A-Liner Rally, staying in a campground which is known for river rafting and kayaking and pretty good river stuff. So it's supposed to be a very, very clean river in Tennessee. The Ocoee. Anyways, we'll put the name up over here for you. If you're out exploring and looking for adventure, take the U.S. highways. Man, they're phenomenal. I just love them, especially in the east. They just go in some crazy places. So I'm going to get out of here, and when we get to camp, we'll bring you back. Well, we have made it. We are at our campsite, A18, and we are on the very peak of the loop. It's kind of a very narrow loop, and we're right on the hair-bend turn of the loop. But it's a nice campsite. Goes back. You can't get back there with a trailer or anything. It's for tents, really. These are pull through. You have a driveway that goes out and around, and so we just drove in right here and set the camper there. It's nice to have a small camper. The boy has already surveyed all the fireplaces out and found himself a nice piece of firewood that he thinks is just great. So we'll try to get rid of him. And we'll give you a tour of the campground. It looks like a nice little place. It's got no hookups. It's absolutely empty. Well, it's not really empty. It's got 5 or 6 people in here. But this is the mecca for kayakers, whitewater rafters, and fishermen. The two rivers that go together here, the Hiwasee and the Ocoee. I think it's Ocoee or OC or whatever it is. I'll have to talk to the rangers and get their actual thing. You're making too much noise. But we're gonna only be here tonight, make dinner, and give you a tour of the campground, look around, and we'll be gone in the morning for the A-Liner Rally. So stay tuned. We'll give you the tour, and we'll be right back. Bye-bye. We will start the campground tour at my campground. We got the A-Liner in there, and again, it's a driveway that just horseshoes around, and then it shares the driveway to the next campsite, which is right over there. That's A20, and I'm in A18. A19's across the way, of course. This is the facilities for my campground, but great big area for a huge tent. If you've got a tent and you're just gonna set here with a car, it's got a nice big old oak tree, got a little damage to the bottom. People do like to beat up the trees in the state parks, but it's all woods behind us. There's a tree that fell that Doesn't look like it's much good for firewood anymore. Temperatures are awesome. This is, like I said, this is 20. This is A22. And again, it is a drive-through, except their drive-through is extremely slanted. My drive-through is flat, pretty much. And the one next to it, number 20, is very flat. So if you got a trailer, you need the level. 18 or 20. Now there's 15. I don't know why is that a 15. This is 22 and that is 15. So okay. $17 is after 15. And it's across from 24. That's 24. 24 again is on a slope. 22 and 24 are pretty sloped. 17, 19, 16 all look nice and flat. They're on the circle, inside the circle. And there are other trailers here. Here's a trailer way over there. He looks pretty flat. Level. This is site 21 and it's a nice flat site next to the playground, kind of picnic area or something, but it's kind of out in the open. It's nice. Site 23 right next to that one. These are pretty close to each other, but they're flat and the driveways are a lot longer. I think you could fit a reasonable camper in there without too much trouble. There is the bathroom over there. It does have parking in front of the bathroom. Here is the sign-in spot. And I guess you can sign in without any problem, but this is a no generator campground. One marvelous little thing. We are way up here just off the main road and the river goes down this way, I think. Alright, we're on the B loop. We skipped the first couple because there were people there. Sorry. But this looks a little flatter. It's a little tighter too though, a little closer together in some places. There's a, it's not too much flatter for a motorhome or something, or a trailer. That's B7 right there. And that doesn't have hardly any room. And B5 has a lot of room, which is right next to it, and it's got people on it. But I don't think anybody's here at the moment. This is BH, which must be the host. When they have a host. These are campsites 10, or maybe, yeah, 10 and 12. And down there is 14. And I think they all have a little path that goes through to the river. Although you really can't get to the river because it's a steep bank down. But another water spigot. And it's a great big old poplar tree here. Big old campsite. That's on the inside of the loop. And that is number 7, A7. And we have a nice little sunray trailer here on A8. Here's a great big flat site for a pretty good size camper. This looks like it must be a host site. It says D. And it's A6. So that's a pretty good site. And across the way must be 5. Hi. That's A3. It's somebody coming in tomorrow, staying a whole week. That's A4 with a little Amigo trailer. Little fiberglass egg-shaped Amigo trailer. This is AH, so this must be the host site. It's got a nice big site. And a great big old tree. And we're back to the beginning. Get over here, you can't play with the kids. Come. This is 32. This is a very sloped driveway. Sloped in many directions. I don't think you'd be able to level a trailer on that. A33 is a really nice tent site in the woods. Out of the sun and everything. But the driveway isn't too bad, but it only has 1 or 2 little flat spots. To the last is 34. And it's right next to the dumpster, so that's where all the activity would be if there's wildlife. Looks like they keep this park pretty nice. Here is A16, which is a very big site. It's got trees, it's all shaded. Nice picnic table, same type of driveway, kind of a horseshoe driveway. But right next to it is this path, which I believe goes down to the river. This must be the river trail. Keela's marking it so we can find our way back. It's like a nice place to get in trouble. On the grounds of the park headquarters, they have this Fort Marr blockhouse, and it is a corner of the original fort called Fort Lindsay that was kind of instrumental in removing the Cherokee from their native lands in the Great Smoky Mountains and Cherokee National Forest. And this is all that's left of Fort Lindsay. It was a garrison used to defend the area from the English during the Revolutionary War, and it was then used to remove the Indians, and then it was abandoned and went to private ownership. And the owner, when they got to the stage that it was really falling apart, they decided to give it to the county, I guess. And this is I'm told this is all original, and they have the holes where they can stick their muskets through and shoot, but they also have holes up above where they can shoot down if somebody's trying to build a fire along the blockhouse or something like that. But pretty neat thing. Pretty hard to keep these things up, but I was told all the wood is chestnut, which is pretty rot resistant and is a pretty good wood to build things out of. But of course the chestnut trees are gone. Right across from the office is some enclosures that have owls and hawks. So you can come in over here and see this guy who's pretty. Eastern barred owl. He looks pretty ferocious. And in this one they have the eastern screech owl, but he must be in there sleeping somewhere because I don't see him. This is the red-tailed hawk. I think his name is Hank. Is the great horned owl, which he looks a little small for a great horned owl. Great horned owl I've seen have been a little bigger than that, but he does not look like Merlin. Apparently the Hiwasee River Rail Adventure train stops here, and you can take the train for the loop. It's a 3.5-hour Hiwasee loop excursion that parallels much of the Hiwasee River, offering views of the lower gorge. Just kitty corner to the headquarters and across the tracks from the train is the Lost Corral horse camp, and we'll check that out while we're here. It seems to be open. Like most of the National Forest horse camps, it's $15 per night, and they've got some huge campsites in here. They do have pit toilets. They have water here. And of course they have horse trails over there. Just past the campground entrance is the Cherokee National Forest. And of course there are boondocking campsites in here on this dirt road, which is a really good Forest Service road. And it's right along the railroad tracks to the Hiwasee Loop train, which only comes during the day on Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the summer. Well, folks, just had a great shower. They have nice warm water, not super hot, not cold. Real good push button showers. They stay on for about a half a minute, not a long time, but you just push it again. Showers are pretty clean, decent. You know, a lot of times coming to these campsites, it's timing of the year when they're the best, and I'll tell you right now, it's the best. There's 4 or 5 other people here, and it's the middle of the week. It's nearly October. There's nobody out camping. The weather is just perfect. It is 60 at night and 80 in the day, so it's really nice. The other thing I'll tell you is that my Verizon cell service seems to be LTE. I only get 1 to 2 bars, but it seems to work great. I've got my laptop running here, and I can connect and have no problems with the internet or anything. It tends to be slow at times, but it works. But it's only 1 to 2 bars, so it may be positional depending on where you are. The visitor center, the headquarters, does have Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. The lady told me you can park in the parking lot and get it. I think we're gonna pack up and head out. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's still dark, but we've got a long ways to go, and we want to make some stops along the way. I hope when you're traveling, you stop at the interesting spots. Don't go zooming by on the interstates. Where are you going? So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't, because you know it's the only way you really know what's going on. And you know, I get 20-30,000 people watching my videos, and I've got 8,000 subscribers. So let's pump up the subscriptions, huh? All right, folks. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And get out there and go camping. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.